Claire Moody, Labour MEP for the South West. We understand that the Cornish Language Partnership have already put their staff on redundancy notice, that they're not going to get more government funding as they understand it. What's your reaction?
I think it's a tremendous shame. The Cornish language is a vital part of the heritage of Cornwall, and it's now, just getting, it's very important that we preserve it and hopefully encourage it. Without this funding, right now, there's an uncertain future for it. And if a language goes, that's it. You can't resurrect it without a huge amount of effort. So I think, taking this funding away right now is a crying shame, and I'd be quite interested to know what the government's MPs around Cornwall are doing about this as well.
What would you say is the value that this partnership provides? Why is it so necessary for Cornwall to have a language partnership?
Well, Cornwall has a language, obviously has English, and that's clearly what the majority of people speak, but there is also a Cornish language. It's part of a whole range of languages across Europe which are minority languages, and as I said a minute ago, it just is. If you let these languages die, then they're gone. The whole history that goes with them, the identity that goes with them, and the cultural elements that go with them as well, they vanish. They become part of our archaeology and not part of our living existence, and I think that would be a tremendous shame.
I understand this language partnership offers a whole range of things, including translation into Cornish. They work with schools. They also ensure people can learn Cornish, the Cornish language, through a website. And the organisation talks about the economic and tourist benefits that they bring in to the county. If that's the case, is it, in your view, important to find some way through, to find some way of keeping this organisation going? They say they're now under threat if the government does indeed cut off all the money headed their way.
Yes, I think if we can find a way through this, we should find a way through this. I believe that the County Council have said that they would continue to try providing the matched funding, if you like. And I'm certainly talking to an organisation that's been funded by the European Union, which is the Network of Linguistic Diversity, or the Programme for Network of Linguistic Diversity. And I will be meeting with them tomorrow, I hope, to see if we can, through their roadmap, be able to find a mechanism by which we can continue to support this programme.
You mentioned that the government, the UK, has signed up to the European Charter for Minority Languages, regional languages as well. I understand that charter requires the government to protect and also to promote the language. If this language partnership disappears, do you feel the government is failing to meet those requirements?
Yes, I mean, I would like to make it clear that the Council of Europe is slightly different from the European Union, confusingly, but yes, it signed up to this, and it was just 12 months ago that the government sort of gave recognition to the Cornish language as well. So the fact that 12 months later they can pull the funding from this programme is, I think, fairly astonishing, because it is in danger. It's an endangered language. So without a kind of framework of support around it, then, as I say, it is something that it's in a critical condition, and without that support, it could just fade away, and I think that would be a tremendous shame for Cornwall.
Given that the EU in the past has signalled its support for languages and minority languages too, do you think there's prospects of getting European support, if not to replace this money, at least find some alternative?
Yeah, and that's why I'm having this meeting tomorrow with the chief executive of the Network of Minority Languages, because it is possible. I can't, hand on heart, I can't say right now that I will be able to deliver, kind of any support necessarily, but I will be exploring what can be done through EU channels in cooperation with obviously the Cornish county councillors involved and representatives to see if we can find some support to continue this.